Welcome to another episode of the Chaosium House RuneQuest campaign, The White Bull. I'm Jeff Richard, and I'll be your GM. I'm here with Neil Robinson, Linda Borgen, Philip Blass, Richard August, and of course, Claudia Loroff. Say hi to everybody and introduce your characters.
Hi, I'm Neil Robinson, and I'm playing Nisk, and Orlanth Adventurous is just about to get us into trouble, I guess, with everyone else.
My name is Linda, and I'm playing Inkala Troublemaker. Maybe you'll become Troublemaker, Nisk. I'm playing a Stormbull Shaman.
Hi, my name is Philip. I play Colbreast One Arm, a Orlanth Thunderous Wolf Pirate, former crewmate of Nisk, and thus following where he goes.
I'm Claudia. I'm playing Gina Ghostfriend, and Gina will maybe this session dance with ghosts, more or less.
I'm Richard. I'm playing Garen Grimseeming. I am a Humacti bodyguard who is not a fan of the undead.
No, you are not. Okay, let's just dive right in. So at this point, you guys last session beat a hasty withdrawal to your gatehouse, where you all have gathered your followers and bandits and whatnot, and can now try to come up with your plan to be able to avenge yourself upon the rather snotty and rude dead people that told you to go away.
And if it wasn't for the fact that they were under a flag of Isseries and we would have been breaking that sacred thing, we would have attacked them then and there.
It wasn't really them speaking, was it? It was just one guy speaking. Correct.
Yeah, just the one guy. We have
the only one who was not totally undead.
Yeah.
Basically.
Kind of newish undead.
Is there actually a scale of undeadness?
You would know better than I would.
That's
I don't know. Let's have our experts in things dead discuss the matter.
Yeah, I mean, I have turn undead, so this means there's dead and there's undead, and there's living, in my opinion. So we have three ways.
There's living are good. That's part of the natural thing. There's dead.
Dead is very good.
Dead is also part of the natural thing. Keep in mind the way it works with Tychoratech is when you are killed, when you die, your souls leave your body and they go to the other world. And your body,
Exactly.
Your body's supposed to, you're supposed to light it on fire or stick it in the earth or shove it in a pot or, whatever the local funerary customs are. And then the souls go to various places until they are recycled back into the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but this undead thing is actually taking something out of the recycling cycle.
The one thing that I think Tychora and Humact more or less views that exactly the same way. There's the state of living, which is a living person with their soul together until Humact kills them. And then the two separate because Humact is the great divider and the great separator. And you don't really care where the souls go as long as they go. And the body is supposed to stay dead and eventually decompose or be burnt or, Humac doesn't care that much about what happens to the body. But that's what's supposed to happen there. The body is not supposed to be wandering around pretending that it's still got a soul.
Which is why I think undead capable of conversation are even more of an abomination. Because
they're
continuing to masquerade as though they are living. To those who aren't aware of it, they might even be able to trick trick them.
They might be viewed as tightrope dancing on Humac's blade.
They might indeed, and it is my job to push them off.
And they are kind of a mockery of both Humac. Their very existence mocks your god, both you and Claudia.
That's what I meant with tightrope walking on Humac's blade. It is quite, how can you live with this, Garen? I mean,
well,
it's an insult, obviously.
That's why we're going to the castle. I'm going to kill everything that comes within reach of my pretty nifty iron blade.
But how can you actually kill something which is already dead? That's the reason why you have to convince them to take their way.
You are the philosopher, Gina. I am the warrior. You may debate the niceties of living and death with the undead for all you like. I am just going to slaughter them.
Yeah, but when they're already undead, how can you slaughter them?
Just say destroy the undead. Let's not worry about whether we're calling you're going to kill them or not. You're
make
playing
them inanimate.
Garen, you're pretty sure if you chop them up into little bits and light them, throw them into a big fire, that'll work.
I think just hacking them into bits is definitely going to help.
I agree with the fire.
Step in the right direction.
I agree with the fire. You only have to bless it a little bit.
Okay, so what is... first, let me get an idea here of your total fighting force, because this is also useful for you guys. Can we go through the various player characters of who all they have as fighting sidekicks, so you have an idea what your your potential martial force are?
Yep. I have a list, but it's quite old. From May the 20th, as it were.
You could just list, everyone could list who they have and then kind of go from there, who they're managing, if you want to start with that.
Okay, so let's go with you, Nisk.
Right now, it looks like I am running as well as myself, and they're Humacti, Rasteros and Nestarios, and they're both Humacti. One's an initiate, one's a lay member.
Okay, let's jump over to Colbrast.
Yeah, well, beside myself, there's Simbal and Filchar, the two innocent-looking guys we picked up. What's the name on the bad side?
How about you, Garen?
I've got me, Wahatal, and a Humac lay member called Sazela.
How about you, Gina?
I have only Orgor.
So you have a hairdresser.
He is a very powerful sidekick, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, but he knows some important stuff.
Inkala? It works better when you're not muted.
It really does. I had to sneeze. I forgot to turn it back on. Jofar Whitebull, a Waha initiate. So that's my fighter.
Now, if I recall, you also have a group of bandits.
We do. We actually have 5 bandits. They are led by Brustus, and then 4 others, all of medium skill, I guess. And I have got all their data.
So you got a group of about 18 people in total. Let me describe the castle here, because I think that's kind of important. So a question I have is, what's the edit function in Zoom, kids?
What do you mean?
If I want to share screen, can I edit?
You can then annotate. You should be able to annotate once you share it.
Okay. So
under view options in the top right.
I see. Hold on here. Clear. Nope, that's not what I want to do.
It just writes pieces you can, yeah, there you go. You can't erase that, Jeff. You can only erase the notes that you add.
Oh, well, that sucks. Oh, well, this gives you an idea of the basic shape of this. This is you can see that there's a gate over here. So let me just see if, let's see if I can, we got a gate here. You've got 10-meter walls. So a single major gate, and the whole thing is about 18, it's roughly 20 meters on a side and 20 meters on another long side. It comes out to more precisely 18 by 17 meters, but who's really counting? So it's a big structure, 10 meters high, and at the top of that, when you looked at it, it's got the typical sort of fortified parapets on the top.
It's just one big hall, or
what was that?
Is that just one big hall?
I'm not going to let you know what's on the inside there. What there is what I was showing was that's the outline of the castle walls.
Okay.
So about, it says this irregular shape, made out of stone, about 10 meters high. It's presumably of second age construction, so it's well built, very probably built out of big, huge polygonal bits of masonry. So, kind of think, is anybody familiar with Incan fortifications? Where they were able to put these huge blocks and line them up perfectly, and so that they, you can't even shove a piece of paper in between the rocks. That would be what this is like. Goes up 10 meters. So it's very high, and at the top you can see that there's some crenulations at the top that are not built out of stone. The upper levels are probably built like almost everything, they're at least in part with adobe brick.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look up there, you can see that there's plenty of areas that if defenders wanted to hide and try to shoot with missile weapons, they'd be able to do it. Mm-hmm. Now, it's a fortification that Neil, does Nisk have Pavis lore?
Yes.
Could you roll against your Pavis lore?
All right. Doesn't have a good Pavis lore. 53, that's probably a failure. Pretty sure it is. Yes, it is.
If anyone makes a battle, you can a battle roll.
Mm-hmm. So that's 7 from 85.
So that is a special success. Oh. Hey, Cobrast, this is something you would absolutely hate to try to make a frontal assault.
Yeah, that's sort of what I was trying to tell my friends before.
I don't think we're disagreeing with that.
Yeah. No one's disagreeing with that at all.
50 people could hold this against a small army.
Yeah. So we have to find another way.
Zombies. So one thing I can do is I can get over those walls.
Yeah, you can
not
jump.
Only I can, but I can get another person over those walls. If we want to do that, do a diversionary attack one way, have a couple leap open the walls, kill some guys, and try and get the walls open and try and get it in. That is possible.
We're quite good at sort of getting up on walls and killing people there, so we should use that. But can we sort of maybe find another way? Because I was just
Like a way in, like
I thought there was supposed to be underground sort of, parts of the building, which probably fill almost the whole hill.
The Flint Nail Temple there?
Yeah, so maybe there's, another entry somewhere. And yeah, the Flint Nail Temple would be an obvious, or the Flint Nail Forest.
we don't even know if that's opened up or through. We've never heard of anybody. They don't even go out that way. Right? That's my concern.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think we could, if you look at the distance, it might be quite challenging to reach it that way too, if we don't know it.
And they do seem to they do seem to know what's going on, strangely enough.
No, for being eyeless, they have pretty good vision.
Yeah. Okay.
But I do think we should take advantage of the fact that this group is pretty, what do you want to call it? They're zombies, right? Most of these are something. They're not going to be
guys.
Yeah, they're not going to be making great decisions with the exception of perhaps a couple of leaders. So it's centralized, unlike us where, all of us can make can make these things. So what we could do is we could certainly set up an attack where we try to scale the wall, because we can get, like we had when we attacked the big city, right? We had a trees we could bring up and, drop down on there, get set to do that, have the archers. We've got lots of archers with shields. We can have them with shields, shooting to cover, but we actually leap somewhere else near enough to be able to basically take them down. That's an option.
And we could befuddle them with speed because they're slow, shambling, zombies.
You mean they run themselves until they fall down, or what do you mean?
Well, I would imagine them not being very, not being able to, for instance, turn around very quickly.
Okay.
Or change direction very quickly, or sort of get out of the way of, say, big trees coming their way or whatever.
Okay, 1 second.
There are a lot of big trees around here.
No, that was just
Oh, that was just an example.
That's just an example.
I mean, we can certainly bring in a tree, right? We have the ones, actually, probably there's some around. They probably chopped up for firewood. There aren't that many big trees in Pavis.
No, not unless you want to go to the garden.
Yeah, probably not.
No, I understood
Chop down some
it.
trees in Agrostan.
Kulbras, I thought you actually were putting speed on them so that they maybe fall down or whatever.
Okay, that would be
their limbs flying away or whatever.
Now, it is interesting.
Ice popping.
That's actually quite a good idea.
We have some really good spells for dealing with zombies, which actually might work great if they're up on ledges, on parapets, because there's no back wall, right? If you cast Turn Undead to them on a parapet, are they just going to go over the edge?
Woof.
Does that help us clear it?
Problem is, Turn Undead is actually a rune spell.
Well, so is my leap, right? If I want to get another person up there, that's going to cost 4 rune points.
But doesn't Garen have his holy symbol that could do something as not rune spell? They don't like your cross, do they?
Oh, I don't remember. They
make a Humak roll. Cult lore.
That is a special. No, not a special success. A hard success.
That works with vampires.
Only vampires.
Not
These
really
are too
zombies.
dumb to know that.
Yeah.
The advantage is that you can get them to run away. But I don't think they don't recognize your sword as a symbol of death because they're stupid. Well, they're not even stupid. They're automatons.
Now, keep in mind, 2 of you guys have the Turn Undead spell, correct?
Yep.
And I believe that's a 1-point spell, or is that a 2-point spell?
It's 1 point, I think.
But I think it requires magic points.
Yes, you put magic points into it.
That's where the key is. So let's see here.
I've got quite a few magic points. I've only got 1 rune point there. That's the issue.
Why do you have only?
Well, you
one
didn't do the ritual and get more back?
I only got 1 back.
Oh.
I was down to 0.
Poor person. I have actually 4 rune points available, so I can do it 4 times. I mean, the problem is that these kind of zombies are not counting as ghosts, do they?
No, they are not ghosts.
It's a turn undead is stackable. 1 undead creature per point.
Per rune
Sacrifice.
point. So
Yeah.
you could get 4 creatures
But then you must attempt to overcome magic points.
with your POW. That
With
shouldn't be a
your
problem.
power.
No.
If
I
I
have
recall,
a power of 17, so...
Yeah.
point is, I mean, if you got Gina somewhere, and again, this is one of the things about RuneQuest is one of its great strengths is violence is incredibly dangerous in RuneQuest. And that also means, though, that if you guys want to do something like attack a castle, you have to really think through what you're, how you're going to do this. More so, and it's less forgiving than a lot of other rule systems on this. Gina could theoretically get rid of 4 of the undead, or at least force them to run away with turn undead, which is pretty good. Garen, less.
1.
1, if that's what he wants to use this rune point for.
In Kala, if there are any ghosts, you will be absurdly helpful.
Yeah. I am planning on putting on my spirit screen. But what I've been reading is that spirit screen and protection don't actually go along.
No,
so
they
you
don't.
can't have so you can't actually have protection and spirit screen at the same time.
Uh-oh.
No.
Or counter magic, I think, right?
Yeah, some things like that.
Let's double check there, but I believe that is the way it goes, is you've got to decide what you're going to try to do.
Yeah. And
now, of course, big picture, what that means is nobody can be, almost nobody is able to fight on every front. So if you've got somebody that's got a lot of protection on it, then they're usually vulnerable to magic or spirits, unless they're using the shield spell. But that's different.
That's still not spirit screen. That's just protection
Correct.
and counter magic.
Yeah.
But you can stack spirit screen with shield.
It's a bit of what we're going to meet.
Sorry.
I'm saying I might start out with the protection on me because we know that they're the first ones we're going to meet are zombies. And then switch to the spirit screen. We get in there where there might be more spirits.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at what we're going to do here, maybe our goal is just to basically wipe out their troops.
Yeah.
And decimate, destroy the ranks.
Yeah.
Than decimate. So that we can then plan careful on it. Like be a physical assault first.
Yeah.
Oh, how many zombies do we think are there?
Well, they came out with about 20, right, Jeff?
There were about 20 when you guys negotiated with them.
Doesn't mean they're all there. It doesn't mean they're all armed, but it is at least that number.
Yeah. And the problem is, of course, I have no idea what the castle looks like inside.
But maybe our goal is to do an assault of the castle to, like I said, reduce their numbers. Not plan to go in this time unless we're extremely successful, and then work out what we have for the next pieces of it.
I mean, the thing is, I still have this idea. Once they're actually engaged, I'm pretty sure we could lure them apart where they are more vulnerable. Because if I say I have lured 2 zombies somewhere, and I'm fighting against them, and Garen has lured 2 zombies 20 meters or 30 meters away from me, and one of us runs to the other guys, we can kill the zombies until the other 2 zombies sort of catch up with the guy who runs. We can kill them too.
No, you're right. Mobility is a huge benefit here.
I have an idea. Kulbrast, you have only 1 arm. Maybe you can actually disguise as a zombie, go into their middle, and then chop them off.
None of them had only 1 arm.
Yeah, but
not a typical
that zombies usually lose
Gina.
parts of their limbs and so on. So you're actually a perfect person to disguise yourself.
Want to elaborate more on that brilliant idea?
Olgor will actually make the right makeup. See, Olgor is important.
Well,
Trying
actually,
to
you
find
make
an
him
excuse
I would.
for the hairdresser to come along.
I could probably scout the castle, sort of, dressed up as a zombie. The question is, would they not realize that I actually can see something?
As
I
a
think they'd go
Yeah.
ahead.
left field plan, could we make some sort of deal with Magnificent Butt and his
Oh.
mandrills? They could maybe scale the walls, let
Not
them
with.
in a kind of Trojan horse style.
I will never get my hairdresser back.
Well, I mean, but we will.
Yeah, sacrifices have to be made, Gina.
Yeah.
No, not my hairdresser.
Maybe not magnificent, but I mean, we could ask. Maybe we ask Wind Whistler to do a scout for us or something to distract them. I don't know.
Oh.
You have a
Or
lot of let me throw out one other thing here, and this just as a GM. You guys have built up a lot of relationships in this part of the rubble, and you could call in some of the favors that you've made.
Of course, as soon as you do that, then you have to give them some of the stuff, and also we have to. Basically, a lot of those are very senior. They may want to take command of it, which is something we really don't want to do either. So I'm not a big fan if we can do it.
What was with the guys who had the crossbows and where we got into a little bit of a fight with?
We've got 5 of them. Half of those joined us.
5 of them are on our troop. But I have another question. Do I remember correctly that most of the zombies had no POW?
Yes.
Correct.
Does a disruption spell work on them?
Yes. You just have to overcome their magic points. And in general, such undead things, generally speaking, have a lower magic points than they probably had power.
Okay. So
Does it actually come back, does it?
It's harder for them to get their power,
So,
magic points back.
The issue, though, with that is, with disruption, you got to be careful with it, is they have, to stop a zombie, you have to basically, hit it in the abdomen and wipe it out, or take its head off. And so disruption, it's a random, you can't say I'm disrupting the head. You say I'm disrupting them, and you roll location, I believe.
Correct.
So that's the only concern.
It is random, yeah.
So, I mean, your spear to the head would be, what?
If you're lucky, you hit a leg and it can't move anymore.
Well, true. But your disruption's still going to do like 1 to 3 points, right? And your spear is going to do a lot more. A javelin, if you can do it.
Yeah. No, it's just a question. It's not.
Totally fair question. The other spells, I'm just going to kind of go through spells that could be useful for various folk. Cobras, don't you have Thunderbolt?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a 3-pointer.
I know it used up all my room points, but it's reserved for someone very special, I guess.
And if you spend it 4 points, it lets you hit 2 people with it.
Yeah, I don't really have more than 3 room points.
Well, that's a shame.
Well, that's how it goes.
So like I said, I could get 3 people on there up top. Probably not as useful because then I have no room points for shield or anything like that, or heal body. Heal wound. But I could certainly get myself and Garen up there in melee combat. We have enough people that we could definitely plan an assault, be it near the gate or a wall, and then we attack kind of on a side perspective. And then using the crossbowmen as cover. We actually have a lot of our archers can definitely help against them, even if they still have to hit the head, but they could certainly do some good damage to keep the zombies down. Because I believe once we get in melee combat, we'll pretty well carve them up.
So yeah, why don't we just go?
Anyone else have any? What I would do is I would basically buff up give some things so that Garen and I are ready to go up there, set the distraction thing on the attack, and then leverage the fact that we have people. If we see a zombie, Gina can turn undead and make it, can super disrupt them pretty easily. Actually, that's a great idea, and get them because they're going to be out of combat for like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we assault from there. Does that make sense? And then
Yep.
ideally, if Garen and I get enough idea of it, we can try and get the gate open to let the other people charge in. We do have rune magic among the other NPCs, so they definitely have the ability to do some.
Yep.
Not the bandits, I don't believe, but the other guys do. But I'm tired of just talking about it, I guess is the point of.
Fair enough.
Let's go.
Okay, give me a quick moment here so that I can give you some visual references for the castle. Okay.
Oh, Nestorius Headtaker also has Turn Undead, by the way.
That's very useful. Okay, give me 1 second here, and I am. See if I can. Okay, here we are. I need to share a screen here because there we are. Okay, let me share a screen. This is to give you guys kind of a feel for this. All right, it's not like this precisely. It's actually a little bit higher than this one.
Those monkeys would be really useful.
Mm.
And there is no window up there.
Oh, I thought we could go in through the window.
No, there's no window. So basically what there is here is there's a gate. Now the gate of the castle that you're wanting to charge is actually bigger than this, but the castle itself goes up higher. You do not know if this is a curtain wall or whether this is a single solid building. No idea from this perspective. Now you have people that could tell you that if you wanted to ask.
Wind Whistler could tell us that.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, we could have Wind Whistler fly and scout for us and tell us what it looks like. In fact, we should ask him today. He can do that right now. You can stay.
Who's going to ask Wind Whistler?
Colbrest?
Colbrest, yeah.
All right, me? Okay. Yeah, I go to his lair in the top of the gatehouse.
Are you going to try to talk to him in Old Wormish?
Well, I guess I might as well. Still not very good at this, though, so he might just, chuckle a bit. But
we can't get that good at it anyway.
Sorry?
You're a human being. You can't get that good.
Yeah.
He really appreciates the effort.
No, it's 45 or 40.
Okay, so those of you who are familiar with the old Monty Python movie, Life of Brian, there is essentially the draconic reenaction of the scene where your grammar and declension is corrected by Wind Whistler. So it takes you quite a long time.
I just want to say hello, but...
You did such a poor job of this that you end up with a lengthy grammatical lesson. But once the grammar lesson is over, Wind Whistler is willing to listen to your entreaty, which is?
You remember how we told you that we would have a look at Blind Man's castle and hill and see if there's a shrine of the Sun Dragon god in there somewhere. At the moment, we have some undead in our way, and we need to get into the castle, and we have no idea what's behind those high walls, and we were wondering if you could tell us something about it.
He says that he's flown over it multiple times, and part of the reason that he's pleased that you're wanting to do this is there is a roof or a floor, he doesn't know which it actually is, on the top. So it is not a curtain wall surrounding a courtyard. There is there is clearly a floor there covered with old debris. He thinks that he recalls that it once in the heyday of the city, it was actually taller.
Mm. So there might be floors missing. So, and another question. I don't know. Do you fly by day? I mean, could you,
He prefers to fly by day. The day blesses him with the sun.
That's
the
brilliant.
light.
Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Anyway, that would be great because you might, be able to sort of drop someone on the wall, perhaps, maybe.
Let me see if he physically can do that. I think he can, actually.
I mean,
He's 12 meters long.
Oh.
He's huge.
Well, the issue is he has no hands.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh, he just got wings.
So hold on a
Do you want to go
second.
fly, travel in his mouth?
No, but we could build.
No, it's a great question. I really like it. It's really cool. Hey, Jeff, do you want to stop sharing for a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. I just thought that was useful to have.
No, it's vital. It's too easy to keep it up there the whole time.
I thought I would have it up the whole night.
As a
Okay, Wind Whistler is actually, golly, he's size 30. Somebody could hold on to Wind Whistler's top as he flew up, and he could get them up there, and they could slide off him on the top. But whoever it is would need to be able to hold on to Wind Whistler as he flew.
So someone very strong
or dexterous.
You think he'd accept a rope around like the neck to hold on to?
I don't think so.
Are you going to suggest that to Wind Whistler?
No, but you don't actually have to tie it. You just hold it.
Or like a basket.
Yeah.
That he carries. Or a rope swing. He's swinging.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so good. Someone.
Gina, are you going to be the one who wants to ride on top of the worm?
Oh, why not? But I am actually terrible in riding.
I think
it needs to be somebody strong or dexterous.
And not too tall.
Isn't Nkala really strong?
I have a dexterity of 16.
So I'm just going to say I'm strength 17, dex 17, size 11. So that
you are.
It is cool, Brass. His issues
sounds about right.
Yeah.
I've gotten used to using only one arm, but
okay.
Maybe Garen wants to ride.
Here. This is something. It'll cost me a rune point, but this is something we can do. I can understand. I can't communicate with you, but I can hear everything you say when you're flying up there. If we want to spend the rune point.
Okay, and what's the plan behind this?
Well, it's a communication, right? If you're up there giving information, you could actually just be our scout, letting us know the eye
can hold on
the
that
tactical one. You got a crow. You got a freaking raven. You don't even need,
Oh yeah, we'll just send my raven.
Well, don't. I would do that closer to the attack though, just because you don't want to risk them.
And we can also, if Wind Whistler gives somebody a lift to the top, then they can just drop a rope down.
Yeah,
and I think we can climb up.
That's true.
And then everybody's in, and we can go from there. Plus, assuming, and obviously this will work when we get there and can check, if they don't have any sentries on there, they'll be completely unprepared.
So maybe
I can't believe they don't have sentries ever. They don't need to sleep.
Yeah. Could your raven, I don't know, see if there's some sort of opening to get inside the castle from the top? I mean, there probably would be because it sounds.
There has to be, right? If there's guys up there on a wall, they got to get to the wall somehow.
Are there guys up on the wall? I thought it was just they if there were, they could shoot at us from top the wall, but I don't think there were any.
Have you scouted the top?
We haven't.
How would you be able to know?
Well, no, I mean, from what we could see, there were no sentries standing on the top of the wall looking down.
I don't think we got that close. They came to visit us at the hill.
Can I send my raven? It can't be.
But you could. This is the easiest solution. I'm liking Gina's facial expression here as she's going.
I'm checking my character sheet if there's anything useful on it.
Okay, so your raven. Does your raven have any perception skills?
You have never actually given me any stats for my raven.
Okay, I'm going to
I am
now.
going to say he has 100%.
No, he doesn't have 100, but I'm going to give him decent ones. He's a raven. And I'm going to give him a scan of, we'll give him a scan of 70%.
Oh, it's very generous.
But we'll also give him a cussedness ability because he's a raven. So the issue is the raven wants to know what's it worth it to him.
I've got a bag of jerky fingers.
Ooh. Really?
That I occasionally give him. Archulos, which I've just decided to call him. Archulos, you know what's in it for you. And I value your companionship immensely. But come on, I am good to you. This is not a difficult task for you. There's no great archers on these walls who might suspect you. You will be fine. This is a very easy task for a beast, a bird as cunning and canny and collected as yourself.
Flattered, Archulus happily takes off and will fly around the tower. Would you roll against Archulus's 70% scan?
47.
47 says there's a lot of junk up there. There's more of those. There's a lot of armored guys up on the top though. That there's a big spiral staircase on one end that goes down, but there's a bunch of those armored guys up on the top.
And bunch is not a very accurate number.
I'm a raven. It goes 1, 2, 3, bunch.
So at least 4.
More than us in our big group?
As many as us or fewer?
You guys or all the guys?
All the guys.
About the same.
I'll give him two morsels from the back of jerky fingers, depending, entirely his choice.
He's a very happy raven.
Okay, well that helps us a lot because that does tell us what we need to do. We need to get on the roof. It sounds like that if we can get Windwhistler to drop someone off, probably not first. I want to be clear on that. We can get 3 people up there pretty quickly. And we can drop the ropes down and have others do and use crossbow cover and clear. And I will save enough points so everyone on the mountain on there can jump off if they need to.
What do you think? Do you think they have a lot of reinforcements? Because if I can chase actually with my turn undead somebody down the staircase so nobody else can come up. So maybe one of the zombie runs away on the staircase. It would, block maybe reinforcements if there are reinforcements, which we do not know.
If there are, standing on top of the staircase is definitely a huge advantage when zombies shamble up the stairwell. You just, hack them down as they come along.
It's getting rid of the ones on the top first.
Yeah, that's obviously what we have to do first. But once we've done that, it's sort of the whole thing.
What if our beautiful worm actually carried like a barrel of oil and smashed it on top there, and we set the roof on fire?
He can't carry anything.
And
he's got no hand. He's got no claws.
Okay. And oil is precious.
Yeah.
So one person could get on Windwhistler, and the way I imagine they do this is they throw an arm completely around it, their legs around it, and they hold on for dear life somewhere around where his wings are.
So somebody brave.
So Cobras could do it because he's brave.
He's brave and a bit.
Yeah, but he has only one arm.
So
You slip.
Strong arm and legs.
He's
and
really
stuff.
strong. If I remember.
I'm a pirate. I used to climb up ships and stuff. And
Yeah, but not with one arm.
Well, Nisk
up
doesn't
stuff
think
with
he's the
one
right
arm.
person to do it because Nisk is neither strong
Well,
nor
Gina, you can do it yourself if you like. Be my guest.
No.
I'm perfectly fine with
tie you
someone else.
on with.
It's a suicide mission, so I'm perfectly happy.
It's okay.
for
I
anyone
will
else to
embalm
take
your
it on.
body. I will embalm your body. I will make it
I'm
smooth
not
for
sure I
you
want that, to be honest.
go into the underworld.
Just don't talk to me when I'm dead. That's all I ask, really.
I could interrogate you. We could have long conversations. I can even command you to talk to me.
You have no idea how motivating this is to stay alive.
Actually, yes, that's what I was imagining. Is that it's very clear you want to stay alive.
Yeah.
See, this gives you a weird way of a advantage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can even augment on that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
if you die, you have to talk to me for a day and night for weeks.
Okay, so we really have the idea that we're going to probably have Garen and myself jump up about the same time the flyers are going to go, and everyone else is going to basically. We've got our troops leading a basically setting up, getting ready, with shields and crossbows and stuff like that to do I would say an assault on that, and then we jump a little further away.
So let me make sure I understand this. So you're going to have the bulk of your folk. There's 19 of you if I counted. So you'll have 16 of them getting ready to make an assault on the door, on the gate.
The 19 is including us, right?
Yes.
So if Garen and Nisk are getting up on, jumping up, can they get some of the rest of us up so that there's more people in the back? No, just you. Okay.
I can only do that if I could spend. It's going to cost me 4 room points to get 2 people to jump up.
I'm talking about a rope.
I can throw a rope down.
We can throw a rope down. Yeah.
Take a big coil of rope, wrapped around ourselves when we jump up. Throw that down. Tie it around crenellation.
If that's viable, I'm thinking if the rest of the group manages to get all the attention, it would be cool for the whole group to come together instead of just 2 of you guys, which is very vulnerable. Possibly for you guys.
That is a very good point.
Yep. So if I understand you correctly, you think the assault should start, and once the zombies all go to the front gate, then you jump up and let down the rope.
And you actually come in a little later behind.
I can't. Yeah. I'm not sure I can jump up to the roof with you.
It's not an ambush. It's a tactical maneuver. It's not an ambush. There's no way. We are jumping up and assaulting. It's going to be visible. It's a tactical maneuver.
Yeah.
This is a flanking activity, not an ambush.
I'm slightly concerned the pincer movement. The back part of the pincer movement is dangerously close to an ambush.
You are in the vanguard going up to clear so everyone else can get up there. It's typical, right? I mean, they're providing covering fire for our assault. We actually are the main assault to try and get up there.
Aaron, I think what's very important, though, is if you do this, you need one heck of a good war cry.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And Colbrast, I think you actually come in from the other side and land on the other side with what.
And keep in mind how darned visible Colbrast is not
riding. I know
he's riding on a 12-meter long worm with giant wings.
Yep, that'll confuse them a bit. That's good.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll ride in from the back, so to speak, because I'll be the ambush and Garen is the main assault.
You could actually be the initial distraction too, in terms of once it starts coming, they're going to be like, "Oh my God, this thing's coming."
Yeah, but then our friend has a problem, I think.
We're not doing an ambush. You're just a reinforcement.
Yeah, that's true. But we had this
Forcing
discussion
someone to
once
split
before.
We're not. No. We've got with this massive 12-meter snake flying in there. It is not an ambush. This is not at all. This is the ability. We're trying to make them split their forces. It's a
I'm
tactical
totally
activity.
with you. I'm totally with
You're
you.
not hiding behind.
Yeah.
It's not flying with a cloak over him or under a darkness spell or something like that.
Roll against your honor, Garen.
That is 77 against 95.
You think, Garen, that, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but that certainly leaping up there is within the bounds of honor, assuming that once you're up there, you call them out with a properly impressive war cry so that it's, this is not an ambush.
I have had no problem with leaping up there. I have no problem with engaging the foe. It was the doing so after all of the undead had flocked to the gate.
You believe that if you leap up there, call them out, that's okay. But don't attack them. Don't attack their back. They need an opportunity to turn around.
Yeah.
But
and face you. My sword would have been deeply dishonorable.
But do attack them when they come up the stairwell one by one, looking, blinking into the sun, not seeing even less.
They
than
have any
nothing.
eyes.
Okay,
that's not even a problem. That's brilliant. So
are we ready to do this?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
The only thing I want to do is I want to ask if some of the, like, I've got some people down below, like Mysterious and Rastros. I'm going to actually ask them to use their shield spell on me, and they should do the same if you have someone on you, because we've got a holy day coming up, so we'll be able to get it back. But that lets me save the spells points I need if I need to get Cullbrast off or I need to do a heal body when I'm up there.
How many here room points does she have? Or he have?
They both have 3.
Okay, Neil, this is what I want you to do. I'm going to give you guys 3 options here. If they've got a loyalty to you, then they can roll against their loyalty to you, and that succeeds. If you're just trying to do it on a raw charisma thing, we could do it as a charisma versus their intelligence.
I don't want to do it on a raw charisma. I want them to think it's the right thing to do for the right reason.
Or you can give a successful orate. And a successful orate, they will be persuaded.
I will do an orate. I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm trying to do those pieces of it. Do it right.
Okay, go for it. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of prep on this, but what you guys are doing, I think you guys have figured out, is very dangerous.
I succeed. It's not anything special, but it's a very solid, even with big penalties.
Okay, one of them is willing to offer you a 3-point shield spell.
Okay.
I think it's a brilliant idea. I want to ask Jofar Whitepool for the same. I remember when you wrote him up, you said he should have some kind of loyalty to me because he did follow
60%.
me on my charisma. Yeah,
yep.
It's not on the sheet. So
just write it down on the sheet.
Yeah.
So okay, and I'm going to have the younger one do that because he's the one that got healed up. And the other one has to turn undead, so she can be ready with turn undeads as rune spells. Do you want to ask your guy, Garen?
Yeah, can do. Sazela.
He's also Orland, so he can, I'm going to make sure he's in the ritual. The one that I held it in. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Joshvar. 0-3. And Kala, Joshvar is phenomenally loyal to you. He happily
that's
casts.
A critical.
It's a critical. He, without a single ask, he gives up all his power to you.
What are you asking for?
3-point shield spell.
Nice.
Okay. Just be careful except for the ones up top. We shouldn't be asking too much of them because they're going to have to support each other, right? They're just as much in danger as we are.
Garen, what are you going to go off here?
think loyalty to Humax. Nah, honor. 70.
Okay. Did you roll or am I rolling this?
If you did it for Ankala, I feel.
They're willing to give two of their 3 room points onto you.
Sweet.
Okay, so that gives you 4 points of armor. All right. I'm just going to kind of run the setup here. So there's a group of all of you except Colbrast gather how far away from the main gate outside? There are 4 of these sentries outside of the main gate.
Oh, on the ground?
On the ground.
What do you mean with sentries?
4 of these zombies outside
Okay.
of the main gate acting as sentries.
We should attack them with missile fire or something and then go in and take them out.
Okay. Let's do a really, really quick round of missile fire for everybody who can. That does not include Colbrast, since he has 1 arm, and is also on a worm right now.
Yeah, I have other things to do, like rolling. Well, before I get on, I'll cast strength on myself so I can hold on a bit better.
Okay.
So the one thing with the spirit, that'll only last a couple of minutes.
Not going to take
Strength-
very long for him to get up there.
That's true. Yeah, you can just cast it and you can do a short fly at the beginning. That's good.
So we should shoot?
Hey, I want some missile combat here.
Yeah.
Shall we roll?
Yep.
Okay. He doesn't have any missile weapons, so he's not going to do anything.
It
So
didn't
Claudia,
take the
do you have
crossbow?
any?
I rolled, but I failed. I used my bow,
Okay.
but I didn't hit.
Arrow misses.
I took one of
Okay.
the crossbows, so I'm using that.
Are you skilled in it?
Well, no, but I do get a 40%, but I rolled a 96. So that's pretty far from, that's
definitely a miss.
Certainly
Not a fumble.
No,
I'll
very
roll
close.
I'll roll for the crossbow people, 2 at a time. You have 2
yeah.
hits.
And Josh Farr, of course,
3
has 1.
crits.
Yeah.
We're 50%, right? Darn.
Jofar has a self bow.
Okay. 3 hits with the crossbows.
Okay. Let's handle this very quickly. Nisk, would you please, Nisk, first one is on sentry number 4. Please roll
Okay.
for damage and location.
And the damage and location is, what were these ones? I think I wrote it. I don't think I have the damage on those. Was it 2d6 plus? Was it d10 plus 2 or 2d6 plus 2? Sorry, I'll write it down for next time.
Let's see. What type of crossbow did I say it was?
It's the
Dwarf,
light,
right?
the dwarven
Light
dwarven.
crossbow.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second.
This hits. And Mystarios hits.
2d6 plus 2.
Okay. First one is to the 8, and it's 8 points.
Okay. Second one is to
To the 1, and it is 6 points. Third one is to the 2, and it is 6 points. I did not roll very well.
none of them appear damaged at all,
Okay, including the big one, the big damage.
including the big one.
Okay, so I got 2 more attacks. Full success. I got a bow one, which is probably not going to be much if the 8 isn't much. Nope. And then we've got a javelin. Okay, the
please.
javelin is to the 10, and it is 13 points.
Okay, the javelin gets through. They're all wearing, all of these sentries are wearing scale armor.
Mm.
And here is a point where I need to make an observation about fighting zombies.
Missile weapons don't do much.
No.
It does a single point of damage.
Yep. Like on
After you hit
steroids.
the head, I think.
Might even beat a head too.
It is depressing fighting zombies. I'm just going to double check here that it is the whole location. Okay. Hey, actually, these guys, that actually suffers, they suffer damage normally. They can attack with their, but the thing about it is they continue to fight even after you have to destroy all their locations. So one of the zombies is damaged. Not enough to knock out any location or anything, but is damaged. After your guys' round of fire.
Wait, 1 second, I have 2 guys on the ground there as well.
Oh, please do.
Zimbal and Filchar, they both hit. And the first is a Zimbal, he has a composite bow, and he hits 11.
Nice.
Okay, unless it's a special success for the purposes of this fight,
No,
just
it's not,
go on.
not a special success.
No specials on any of our rolls.
No, just normal.
So basically what happens is there's a flurry of missile weapons going in. The gates open. And keep in mind, you guys are still a good distance away. So the gates open so that the zombies can try to get, the 4 zombies can try to get on in. What I will allow is, if you guys really want, I'll let you guys all make a roll here around here. But unless there's a special or critical, let's just go on. I don't want to, I'm not going to do that level of bookkeeping on this.
No, and the crossbows have to reload anyway, so they're not.
Yeah.
They don't get to shoot again.
Wahatal just rolled a critical.
Who did?
Wahatal.
Well, of course Wahatal did. Okay, Wahatal, would you roll for a location?
He certainly will. He's the best. Right leg.
Okay, there's one zombie out there that is missing that has a defunct right leg. Again, doesn't destroy the zombie, but it does mean that zombie is on the ground.
Okay, I'll do the other second round of attack. And
so far, that is the only actually significant damage done to anybody.
He's going to be so smug about that.
Okay, yeah, no extra damage from this side. Philip, did you roll again? You get another round with those guys.
Ah, okay.
But you just have to roll a special at least, which is 1/5.
Nope.
I'll roll for
Nope.
Joe Far as well.
No, they're really bad at
I
me.
roll again.
I hit, I just didn't do it. You can hit, but it's just, to special or something's quite a lot.
Okay, so the zombies managed to get into there, and on the top of the castle, you can see that there are a group of the zombies peering out from the crenulated fortifications, and they're trying to shoot at you all with your mass with self bows. And I'm just going to do a quick roll here to just abstract the whole thing here, because this is we have a case where there aren't so many that it's likely to be. Yeah, their attack on you all is as lame as your attack on them.
Our attack is not lame, it's strategical.
Well, in terms of actually doing much damage to them, there's a lot of arrows stuck in shields and whatnot, but none of your force is taken down in this. But there's a good, maybe a score up there.
Score is 20 or
About 20. About
And
as many as you guys.
They all have bows?
They've all got self bows.
Okay.
They're not very good at it. And you guys are far enough away that, a self bow only does 1d6 plus 1 damage. So you basically have you have something of a standoff here. You've got a bunch of zombies up on the top. You've got other zombies at least 4 other zombies on the other side of that gate. Maybe they've run upstairs or somewhere else, but that they're at least somewhere on the other side of that gate. There's about 20 up above, shooting kind of lamely. And after the initial round of this, it kind of their firing kind of peters out to see what happens. And this is those of your characters that have a battle skill. This is a lot of what happens when small groups assault a fortification. Basically it's very hard to take a fortification.
Yep.
So now we can move to stage 2. Right?
Yep. Where I'd like to
go.
buff a bit before we go, but yes.
What was that, Neil?
I'd like to cast our spells before we go. The ones we're going to cast before we jump is all.
Okay. What I would like is all spell casting that's going to happen before this, and then we're going to see whether Colbrast manages to dismount. I'm going to allow one other thing. Colbrast, I'm going to give you one more chance to talk in Old Wormish to Wind Whistler.
Okay, let's have a look.
It's turning out Old Wormish is just such an absurdly useful skill.
I'm trying to remember. No chance.
He's very disappointed.
Oh, no.
He's just going to drop you off.
Yeah. Just as long as it doesn't drop me off, too forcefully.
Okay. Why don't you guys figure out the spells? I want to take a very, very short break, and then we're going to jump right into the combat.
Okay. I will pause right now.
And there we are. Okay, welcome back. So let's go for it. Does everybody cast their spells?
Yep.
Colbrast.
Garen, you have jump 2. Leap 2.
Wait.
Okay, so we're going to do it like this. I want to imagine the situation here. So while all of these, there's about 20 zombies up on the top, overlooking where the gate is. All right. Does everybody have a good mental impression of this, or should I put up the floor plan of the top again? Would that be useful there, Colbrast? I think it would be.
Yeah, sure.
So you see this here?
Yep.
Actually, that's not the right one.
I'm not seeing anything yet.
That's because I just stopped it.
Oh, we're missing Nisk.
We've lost. I think I just
Totally
lost
Nisk.
I can hear you,
Dina.
but I can't see you.
Yeah, very strange.
Okay, well, we may need him in a moment, but not yet. Here is what you see, Colbrast.
Okay.
All right, so we've got the, I'm going to try to draw where these guys are, because Claudia has inspired me with her kids game. So there's a bunch of groups.
Yep.
Of of our happy zombie friends. And each one of these ovals represent 5 zombies.
They're on top. So
this is on the top.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Or is it always black,
so.
Claudia?
You
Yeah.
can change
If you're writing, you can change the color of your writing.
But usually my son tells me how to.
As one should, because it's the function of kids to be better than we are at this. Okay, so I'm going to try this anyways.
There's a format thing on the top, Jeff, where you can pick different colors and stuff.
Do you know, would you let me know where that is? Oh, format, you're right.
Yeah.
No, perfect. Okay, so here's the first group. Do you see where that is?
Yep.
It's on, they're actually on the wall. All overlooking, overlooking and trying to fire on your folk. You can tell, Wind Whistler, where you want to show up. And you can also see on here, the last thing I want to point out, this, do you see my mouse?
Yep.
That is a ladder. 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 Where they are, they have no ladders to get down.
Oh, nice.
So it's kind of now completely your strategic call, Colbrast. Wind Whistler will put you wherever you tell him to.
And they have these sort of bow thingies to shoot, right?
They have self bows. They are all wearing armor, fairly heavy armor.
And how far can they shoot with the self bow?
Anywhere on this.
Okay.
Anywhere here.
Okay. And so the other question was the parapet itself. Is it sort of just another massive wall, or can you sort of get underneath the parapet?
No, the parapet is the wall itself, and then it's got crenulations on one side.
Okay.
So, can you guys still see that there, or have I?
So there's nothing really to sort of get into some sort of cover from the bows.
No, once you're up there, you're exposed. And I want to show you what the crenula, I'm going to show you the last little bit, which is useful to see what these crenulations actually look like. They're the pretty much the bog standard style that you see. So I'm going to stop share. Like that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's easy.
And they're standing. Go ahead, Claudia. Sorry.
No, these things here. Do we also have this thingamajiggy so where we can actually throw a rope over and easily get up?
Does it have these? Yeah, but keep in mind it's over 10 meters up.
Yeah.
Yeah, ropes can be that long.
They can be that long. Accurately throwing a rope 10 meters straight high that's long enough and sturdy enough.
Yeah, if we can drop rope down, that's our plan.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
That's what I mean. Once we get there, we can get up the top. That's not a problem.
And sorry, cannot the Raven get a little string, a light string, where we put actually the rope on and fly over and something like that?
Oh, no, it's a Raven, Claudia.
The Raven was able to scout.
Yes, he was very useful in scouting, and if you wanted them to like hit the Raven to pick up like an eyeball, it'd be very good at that.
Yeah, I mean a tiny string where the rope is attached to.
It could pick up a tiny piece of string, but let's keep going here because I want us to get. It's all up to Colbrast. It's up to you, Philip.
Wow, the pressure! How high is the parapet? Just one last question.
Okay, well, looking at
from the floor, shall we say?
if you look at let's just jump back over to this because I think actually physically seeing this helps tremendously. If you look at this, the floor is about where these these pieces of wood are, right? Because you would put the floor right on that. So it's only the parapet is actually only about a meter above the roof. I was wrong on this.
So the ladders are pretty much redundant.
Well, still, if you're a zombie,
you
need a ladder to go up and down.
I wouldn't know that, but okay. Well, if I know that, then I'll tell Wind Whistler to drop me down at the ladder that is furthest away. I'll start running around and pulling down the ladders.
Yeah, I've got this here. So
that would be the southwestern ladder. Yeah.
Okay. I want you to make here's your choice: strength times 4 or dex times 5 roll.
Well, my strength at the moment is 25. So that would be 100. I think I'll go for strength times 4.
Okay. I'm going to stop sharing.
Yeah, I made it.
Okay, you are able to be dropped down successfully with this. A couple of the zombies do immediately notice that there is a large worm flying around, and several of them start shooting their bows at Wind Whistler. Not noticing you immediately because you're not as interesting as the 12-meter long giant flying reptile. Imagine that. I'm just going to roll a bunch of dice very quickly. One of the zombies breaks his bow.
Okay. I think Karma approves.
And even the zombie that got the special success fails to do any damage to Wind Whistler. So there's like 5 zombies that have noticed Wind Whistler and are responding. There's another 15 that are still focusing on the crowd down below the gate.
Okay. Yeah.
None of the zombies are paying any attention to the little one-armed man. And I mean little in comparison to the
12-meter worm.
To the 12-meter long worm. And the worm, and I want to point this out about Wind Whistler. Wind Whistler has 10 points of armor on every location. So arrows.
To be Wind Whistler.
What?
Can I change characters to be Wind Whistler?
Wouldn't that be awesome to play Wind Whistler?
Yeah, really would.
So Wind Whistler is just kind of flying around here, and all I'm checking to do is see if I get if it's not a critical or a special, I just ignore it. And even if it's a special, I probably can ignore it. But Wind Whistler is just ignoring this. Arrows are bouncing off it. This is your situation here.
Is he feeling hungry at all? I mean, he's monkeys.
Oh, the zombies are kind of rotten flesh.
Wind Whistler has not made up his mind because you didn't ask him to do anything. Because you were apparently, I suspect, because you were so embarrassed by your bad grammar.
Yeah, I just was happy.
You didn't actually ask. You notice this. All you've asked Wind Whistler to do is drop you off here. So Wind Whistler's bit here is he wants to see what you guys are going to do. He's happy to fly around on the top of the tower, but you haven't told him to do anything, so he's not going to do anything.
Okay, so Wind Whistler, look, here's the deal, and if
he's already dropped you off.
I will work on my wormish, obviously, more. He's still there though. So
He's still there. He hasn't left, but he's not participating at all in
fair
this
enough.
at this point. You tell me what you want to do here. Would it be helpful for me to share the screen again for you, Philip?
No, I'm fine.
Okay, what are you going to do?
I'll just I'll just one by one sort of dismantle the ladders first.
Okay,
as long as they don't notice me, you know.
Okay. Tell me which one you're starting with. Keep in mind where they all are. I'm sharing the screen here.
Yeah, I'll probably start with the eastern one there.
And just wanting to make sure you guys know this is where the zombies are. You gonna start with this one here?
Yep.
By the way, is the mouse showing up?
And if they don't notice me, I'll sneak along, along the parapet, sort of duck under the parapet, sort of hoping they don't notice me.
Do you have any stealth skills at all, Colbrast?
Well, I should have, but we'll see. Move quietly is 48 plus 15. So that's 63.
Okay, that's actually your most important one here. Would you please roll your move quietly? Because keep in mind, the zombies are blind.
Yeah, and they sort of see anyway.
They can sort of see.
Yeah, just 62 on 60. What was it? 3.
All right. You are able to knock down this here.
Mm-hmm.
And that is about where you are right now.
Okay.
So now what I want to know is, what do you tell the rest of your crew?
I didn't cast the wind spell.
I can't tell them anything. They just have
You can't tell me anything.
We rely on timing.
I didn't because he had to be too far away with Wind Whistler is the problem. Spell won't last long enough.
Okay, well, Neil, what was your plan?
Actually, no, I take that back. It's listening in the distance. I will cast it. Yeah, I can hear him. I'll be down to 1 rune spell.
Okay, Colbrast, what do you tell your crew?
So, okay, there are 20 zombies in groups of 5. They have, plate armor and self bows?
Scale armor.
Scale armor and self bows. And do they have swords or clubs or?
Axes.
Axes. The parapet is about 1 meter high, and something tells me that they might not be able to get off it if I pull down all the ladders, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. And Wind Whistler has them distracted for the moment, or some of them at least.
So, Garen, do you want to jump up on each side and just go inwards? And then have the others attack?
I think that's a good plan.
Okay.
So yeah, if you jump onto the parapet, they won't be able to leave it if I'm successful.
Okay. So where are you going to run to? Colbrast, or are you going to wait for them to jump up?
No, along the parapet to the northern ladder there.
Okay, I would like you to try a move quietly.
Okay. 26. Yeah, it's normal success.
Okay, let's see if any of them notice you. All right, at this point, 2 of the zombies notice you as you basically run right in front of them. And they notice that there's a human, a living human running over to the other ladder. Now, the sucky thing for the zombies are they've got to make a dex roll to get off this parapet. So you guys can remind me on that. And the reason I say that's sucky for the zombies is, well, they're zombies.
Dexterity is not their highest skill, is what you're saying.
No.
Dexterity is definitely not their highest skill. And they have a dex. I'm just trying to pull up my sheet here because I had it right in front of me. They have a very mediocre dexterity. Let me stop sharing. That'll make it easier. They have they have an 8 dexterity. So they are I'm just going to try the 2 zombies that notice you are going to try to see if they can jump off the parapet without falling flat on their face.
Okay.
So zombie 1, 63, falls flat on his face.
Okay.
So tries to jump over, but they're all kind of mummified zombie things. They don't have a lot of coordination. He jumps and falls and just flops down. And the bummer about this is he's still got to make a dex ×5 to get up because he's wearing armor and whatnot. So
okay.
Zombie number 2, let's see if zombie number 2 is more capable here. Zombie number 2 also falls and flops down on the ground. So here's your situation here. Now, the rest of the zombies are beginning to notice that there's something going on here. But there's also this mass of folk down below. Linda and Gina, what is your main group going to do here down below? And then we're going to deal with the leap. Are you guys just sitting there? Are you going to shoot arrows at them pointlessly? But shooting arrows pointlessly at them does
Nothing.
Actually, I tried to convince them that they should actually go to the other world.
You're at the bottom below a castle. And
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, what shall we do? I mean, we wait until we can leap.
Yeah, honestly, I've kind of been waiting for Nisk and
You still
Garen
want
to get up.
you still want the crossbow to shoot because
Yeah,
you
I
want
can try to-
covering and distraction fire.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys are keeping up the firings,
Yeah.
which I'm not going to require that you. I'll let your favorite player character or follower
Actually,
roll.
I will sing the Ride of the Valkyries or something like that.
Nothing special.
Okay. Here's the situation here. Now comes Nisk and Garen. They leap up. Colbrast, you're able to destroy that last ladder if you want.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Garen and Nisk, with a successful dex ×5, you land on the top of the parapet. If you fail that, you land on the floor.
Dex ×5. 47. That's success.
Okay, you managed to successfully land your leap on the top of the wall there. Claudia looks sad.
No, I passed, but very, very, very close to failing.
You succeeded as well. So you guys,
Yeah.
let's again go to the share screen. And let me make sure that you guys can see the situation here. So we have this group of zombies here, a zombie here, a zombie here. Then we've got Nisk here. Is that correct?
Sure.
And we've got Garen here. And we've got Colbrast here. All right. I think we got a combat going on. Finally, down below, somewhere over around here, we've got Gina and we've got Ankala and anyone else. Now, I'm going to give a tactical idea to Gina and Ankala. It might be a really good idea now to cast any spells that you possibly can on the zombies that are in the center. So let's just go around and figure out what people are going to do. The zombies attack at strike rank 7. But only one can attack Nisk, and only one can attack Garen. And the 2 zombies on the ground are going to try to get themselves up. As many zombies as will try that notice what's going on are going to try to jump down onto the roof. Because once they're on the roof, they have a lot more mobility.
Yeah, but I try when somebody tries to jump down. That's when I use my spell Turn Undead.
So what you want to do this round is do Turn Undead onto how many?
Can I do all 4 in one round, or can I do it 1 per round?
You can do all 4 at once.
Because I can stack it. So yes, with the 4 closest to the roof.
Okay, so basically this group here?
Yep.
Does sleep work on zombies?
No.
No.
They don't sleep.
No. I kind of. And they don't have intelligence either.
Well, normally they don't, but these zombies seem to have.
Is there, what do I see of the power? Are there any there with power?
None have power.
None have power. Okay, we can try to befuddle them.
Okay, so you're going to try to befuddle one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, so Colbrust, what are you going to try to do?
I'm going to cast a speed dart on my javelin and throw it at one of the zombies.
Okay, important question to you, Colbrust. Are you going to throw it at one of the ones that are down prone on the ground or one of the ones that are on the wall?
Probably difficult to actually hit one that's lying on the ground, I would imagine.
I mean, this one here is only these, each hex.
So the question is, if I go up to one that's lying on the ground, is it still a normal javelin throw if it just sort of spear it from above?
You can throw it at a short range.
Okay. Well, then I'll try one on the ground.
Because that one is only about 9 meters away from you.
Okay. So that's, let's have a look. Javelin, 85, 110, and 125.
Okay. So we got a good idea here. I'm going to just knock down by strike ranks and go down. Starting at strike rank 1 is Gina.
Yep.
Because she's doing a turn undead spell against 4 zombies. Gina, would you roll against your death rune?
Yes. Roll the 49. I have a death rune of 95.
You have a death rune of 90. Okay, well, ouch. Now is where it gets ugly. What is your power?
My power is 17.
You have a power of 17. You have power of 17. You have an 85% chance of overcoming the
38.
magic points of any of them. Okay, so number 1, you got a success. I'm just going to go down, and I'll tell you what the result is.
Number 2.
Yep.
73.
Success.
Number 3. 80.
I said an 85% chance.
You said 85, so it's all good.
And
Okay.
the last one is 16.
A special. Okay, so I want to tell you what happens immediately.
But I'm now out of rune points, guys.
This was it. This was you fired your full everything you can, but everything you can is a big deal. Because what you managed to do in one fell shot is 3 of the undead run away.
Awesome.
They will run away if possible. If not, they can't run away.
They can jump off the ledge.
So they have a terrible problem. The undead is One of them is paralyzed and immobile for 20 melee rounds. Yeah, for 20 melee rounds. Totally immobile. All 4 of the ones, because they have to jump off the parapet in order to do this. They can't just easily flay. All 4 of them are just rooted to the spot. Now, this is a really good thing for you guys because it divides the it divides them, and I know I still have this here. So this is 4 immobile. Then we've got over here, we've got 2 on the ground. So that's 6. So that means that we have here 7 zombies. And here we have 7 zombies.
Yep.
And the reason that's very, very good for you guys is that's actually within the range of something you might be able to handle with the 3 of you guys plus any spell support.
Yeah.
So let's now keep going down rounds. Who goes at strike rank 2? How fast are you with your javelin?
That's 2, yeah.
Okay.
125.
And guess what? You get to add 50 because it's prone and on the ground.
Okay, so that's probably a special. 44. Just not.
Still not a special.
Ah, damn. Anyway,
Okay.
time. So that's 1d6 plus 3 then.
1d8.
Plus
Remember, we got your damage.
4.
Remember, we got your damage wrong on the javelin.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
okay.
corrected it before. It's 1d10 plus 1.
Okay.
Plus half your strength bonus, so that's D3.
Plus 3.
Okay. So that's a 1 on the 10. So that's 2.
Pointless.
4, 7.
It doesn't even get through its armor.
Yeah. Next
And the
time.
zombie is trying to get itself up. This is just embarrassing. All right,
Yeah.
let's strike rank 4.
I think maybe I have, I'm casting a spell and a dex strike rank 2. And so is the fetch.
How strong is the spell?
It's a 2 point, so it's a 4 then. Yeah.
Strike rank 4. Okay, go
Sorry.
for it.
Yeah. First, it's me.
Okay, what spell you get?
I just make it. Where's my D20? No. Okay. I can't find my D20. Okay. That's a 001, which would be a 1 on a D20 because I couldn't find my D20, so I'll be dividing my D100.
Okay.
So that's a critical on the power
On the resistance
versus,
roll.
Yeah.
Okay, what spell are you casting?
befuddle. So they can just cast a.
Hey, which side is it on? Is it on the Nisk side or the Garen side?
Nisk side.
Okay, so Nisk,
Mhm.
I'm gonna make this easier here. There's now. You know, you guys are beginning to take it down. Let's see what happens when there's actually a fight. But there's now only 6 zombies here, plus 1 befuddled.
And then it's the fetch cast.
Ace fetch.
And the fetch fails.
Okay. I think we're ready for, what strike rank do you attack at, Garen? What strike
I'm on
rank do
4.
you attack? What?
I'm on strike rank 4.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It was
would
so
you
fast
please?
this time.
Iron Sword, strike rank 4.
Plus
My
your
sword's
dex.
6 normally.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm 5 right now because I got mobility.
Hey, it's going to try to parry you with its large wooden shield.
Well, I rolled a 36 against 100.
You have a 100 chance?
Yeah, with a sword, I do indeed.
Okay. Let's see if it parries. It's surprisingly skilled. And it does parry.
Damn it.
How much damage can you do?
Well, I've got a true sword on. So that's 1d8.
So you could do it. It's worth rolling.
Yeah, so 1d8 is 5, plus 1d4, 3, so that's 8, plus 1, 9. Then I just double that for true sword, don't I? So 18.
Okay, you don't get through, but you damage its shield. So, you know, you might eventually splinter its shield. I'm going to handle its attack against you.
Okay, I will parry.
And it succeeds.
As do I, but not very well.
What are you parrying with?
Large shield.
Okay, it doesn't manage to get through. So you block it here. So we've got a good fight going on over there. Nisk, what
Okay, I'm
strength
on a
record
5.
do you attack it?
I'm
Okay,
on a
you
5
attack
and then
first.
I'm on an 11.
Okay.
Broadsword. That's a success. Oh, it's minus 38, I think. I'm at 138.
Oh, I missed.
Okay.
Ollie.
Okay,
No,
that's
no.
18 points to the 6.
18 points to the left leg. That is not actually, you're going to hate this. That is not an 18 points.
Yep.
That is just exactly enough for it to be forced to the ground on its left leg. So what goes on then with the it's going to still slash at you.
Okay, it's at minus 37.
Is that how good your parry is? Oh, because you're, yeah.
137.
I miss with the 71.
Okay. I succeed with a 43, so it's a regular success. So I think, I'm not even sure what that does. I think I damage his weapon.
You do.
That'll be 9 points.
Yeah. Not a lot.
Then I attack him again on 11.
Okay.
I hit. And it'll be 12 points, I think.
Okay, to where?
The 4. He's one-legged on a 1 meter thing here. So
yeah. So the what goes on now is the zombie behind him just pushes him over onto the ground, off the thing.
Okay.
They're zombies. So and so we currently have 5 zombies here. We have a zombie down here on the ground. We've got a zombie here, a zombie there, and a bunch of the zombies are going to try to jump off. 3 of the zombies here are going to try to jump down. 4 of the zombies are going to try to jump down. Okay. So towards Colbreast, 1 zombie successfully jumps down.
Oh, wow.
There's a successfully jumped right there. There's 1 successfully jumped down zombie. One injures itself. It manages to fall, so it do such a spectacularly bad job. So there's another one down on the ground here. I'm not very good with these guys, am I? And the other one also falls on it. So there's actually 4 zombies on the ground here. as they're trying to. I mean, they're more or less indestructible here. Over on Garen's side, one more falls on its face. One is standing up. Two are standing up. Three are standing up.
Oof.
Four are standing up.
What was that about you not being very good rolling for these guys?
So I want to give you guys, this is the tactical situation here. 2 zombies here. And on the ground, there's 1 plus, what did I say, 4?
Mm.
Are you up above Colbrast with us?
No, I'm on the thing there below.
You're
So
below.
the question
Okay.
is, where are all our guys? They could run up the spiral staircase.
No, there's a door and everything. Then they've got guys down below.
Okay, so here's the
okay.
situation here, guys. I want you to understand this. Nisk, you're fighting, there are 2 zombies right near where you are. Only one can fight at a time. Garen, there are 2 zombies right by you. Only one can fight at a time. Colbrast, where you are, there are
things are
4
looking
zombies.
4.
There are 4 standing zombies.
but
1
they-
right near you and 3 over here.
Yeah, and 2 lying on the ground still.
And 3 lying on the ground.
3 lying on the ground. Okay.
So I want a new statement of intent. Then there are 4 immobile and 1 befuddled. So far you guys are handling in this fine, but there's just a shit ton of zombies, aren't there?
Yeah, there are.
So let's have what you guys plan are. Let's just start with Gina. Do you have any plans?
I'm just thinking. I mean, let's start with somebody else. I need a little bit more idea.
Nisk, I suspect yours is pretty straightforward.
Nisk is going to try and wipe out the ones he has here and then be able to put a rope down for people to climb up.
Yes, please.
Garen, how about you?
I'm thinking I might try knocking the ones I'm fighting over the edge with my shield rather than hacking them down with my sword.
So trying to do intentional knockback?
Yeah,
How good are you with your shield?
100%.
Okay.
I have a question. I mean, they're not really intelligent and so on. Can I give a speech?
They're not paying any attention to you, Gina. I'm sorry.
Not even if I tell them about the nice table where they get food and drinks and halls of Tychor attack.
Apparently they have no class.
Yeah. Another question is, any one of the zombies up here, the guy who seemed to be quite intelligent?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'd see him. There's none here with any power.
So Colbrast, what are you going to do?
I will. So the 4 zombies.
The one thing I imagine you don't want to have happen is to get surrounded by 4 zombies.
That is absolutely correct. How fast are zombies?
They are slower than a human. For instance, you would be able to run to one of the ladders and get up before the zombies could get to you.
Yeah. Could I run all across the castle to the staircase past the zombies?
You can move 8 meters, I think.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
So it might take
4.
you 2 rounds to get there.
Okay.
Or you could get over here this round.
I think I'll just get up on the ladder where I'm standing. Well, okay. Yeah, I'll get up to the back ladder here and go up here and put it pull it up.
Okay.
I mean, the ladder where I'm standing has already been dismantled, so
Yes.
I'm not going to pick that up and put it back against the walls. I'm going to run to the other one.
Okay. And Kala and Gina, what's your plan?
Is it possible to call to Wind Whistler to be able to be dropped off on the roof?
kind of a question for Colbrast.
Why? Yeah, I'm sure it is.
He's the nearest to Wind Whistler, pays the most attention to Colbrast.
Okay.
Yeah,
So while I'm running, I'll try to speak Old Romish again. I mean, it must work once in a lifetime. Nope.
He's trying to yell out at it, but every time he does it, he screws up the declension, and Wind Whistler forces him to repeat it.
While I'm running.
Now we learned that Wind Whistler is
A
stickler
pedant.
for it.
He's a pedantic old goat. Okay. But I'll keep trying to get him to go down and get some, get Enkala.
Yeah, how about you, Gina?
Yeah, the point is I'm actually really useless in a direct fight.
Do you have any spirit magic?
I can make I don't know. I'm just checking. How about...
You've already taken out more than anyone else in the group, you know.
Yes.
And how about I sit down under a tree and look actually at the spectacle? And maybe sing something to make you braver.
Could try to open the door.
I have no skill. I mean, I
But
can actually open the door. Maybe it's open.
We can send the other warriors to support you there, right? You've got a whole pile of troops. Have the crossbowmen shoot at the other ones.
You and Enkala are the only ones down there. It's not Nisk.
I tried to
it's
open
not
the
we.
door.
So Gina's going to head forward towards the door.
Yep.
I'll follow Gina on that one. We can try to get in.
Yep.
That was the obvious
Okay.
thing that we...
This is now going to be getting to a level of complexity I would like to abstract slightly, if that's okay with everybody here.
Yeah, sure.
So instead, what I'm going to do is we're going to abstract this out to, I'm going to extract this out to a handful of rolls. We're not going to require breaking this down to each and every round of combat, because there's, we're now dealing with 20 people on each side, and that's just cuckoo crazy. So instead, what I'm going to do is each of us are going to have a contest here. And based on how it goes is going to be how it works for your players, and also gives me an idea of how many of your followers are going to get killed in the process. So we've got the battle going up above, and then we've got Enkala and Gina rushing the rest of the group into the first floor. So which should we handle first? Let's handle the top first.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so let's start with you, Nisk.
Sure. What do you want?
I would like what your basic combat skill, combat parry skill is.
It's 137.
Okay.
Go to roll?
Yep, please roll.
Sorry, dropping off. It is a success.
All right, so the battle for you up above is long and brutish. But it is going to be, for you, the fighting is going to be basically successfulness.
Mm-hmm.
I say basically because you're not going to come out unscathed.
Sure.
You're going to take to your left arm, armor protects. You'll take 8 points of damage. Armor protects though.
Okay, so he's unscathed.
Do you have 8 points of, because you have shield.
We have a shield on. Otherwise it would
Okay, let's jump to you, Garen. Similar thing.
Okie dokie. Parry skill of 100. 50.
50. Okay, similar deal.
Oh,
Your fight there will ultimately be successful. To your left arm.
With my shield.
No. This is just, we're abstracting it all.
Okay.
You're going to take one good hit for 12 points of damage to your left arm. Armor protects.
Oh, that's more than I've got.
You had 4 points of shield. 4 points protection from the shield, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So you'll still take damage, but it won't take
I'll
the arm
take
out.
2 damage, but it's okay.
All right, so you guys have, let's finally go to you, Colbrast.
What do I roll?
Roll against your close combat skill.
Close, but I was planning to actually throw,
Well,
javelins.
then your shield, your spears.
Okay, so that's speed dart is 10. Is it the temporal is 10 millirounds or 20?
You can roll for that one. It's just the same one. Don't.
Yeah, just roll.
Okay.
What I'm trying to do is just abstract it out. What's your skill with javelin?
The normal javelin skill is 120.
Yeah. So just roll this here.
65 from 120.
Okay. For you, Colbrast, what happens is you throw your javelin, you take down one with your javelin. You've already thrown thrown 2 javelins, haven't you? No, one javelin.
One.
You throw another one. You end up getting stuck in close combat.
Okay.
You get hit once in your left leg. Do you have shield up?
It hit me on the left arm as well, I don't.
You get hit in the left arm for 8 points.
Okay. Did you now say left arm?
No, left leg.
Ah.
And you get hit in the right leg for 7 points.
Okay.
Right, but you guys got this big fight going on, and I would say you guys managed to take down another 6 of the zombies.
Can I open the door?
I'm gonna let me just handle the fight going up on the top. You guys managed to take down another 6 of the zombies, or demobilize them to the point where you're able to have control over the situation. However, I would say another 6 of the zombies rush down.
Rush downstairs?
Down the stairs.
Okay.
During all this fighting.
Okay. They sort of sneak away, basically.
Not sneak. They're heading down below.
Okay.
So, but where you guys end up the battle, and are you damaged at all, Colbrast?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, I mean, yeah, we lost hit points, but
how many hit points? So you've lost a few hit points. You've lost a few hit points. Gina and Kala, it's a different situation. You all rush in with there's 15 of you all that rush into the ground floor. And into the ground floor, there are another 10 of these zombies. Mm-hmm. Now, there's 15 of you all. There's 10 of the zombies. Do we want to play? Do we want to play this out carefully and lengthily, or are we fine with my abstraction?
Please abstract.
Abstraction is good.
Okay. And Kala, I want you to roll your best combat skill. Gina, I want you to roll your best combat skill.
Yep.
It's almost special, but wasn't.
I'm fighting with my dagger.
Did you actually succeed?
Yes. I have a 59 and I rolled a 58.
Ouch. Ouch. I don't want you to roll any damage. Claudia, you will take some damage in the fight.
Why?
Because I'm abstracting it.
But I was successful.
Yeah, as were they. You all will succeed on the battle. but Gina will take 6 hit points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
To the left leg.
My leg has 4 points.
So it'll
Ouch.
take you down onto this. Inkala,
Yeah. It's a very good success, 1 point away from a special.
you know, the sad thing is they got a special against you.
No,
Uh-oh, that is sad.
hit the right place. That's all I'm
10.
saying. Yeah, but that's very important to me.
On the abdomen.
Ah, yeah, you mean not hit certain.
Not hit the
14
chest.
points of damage to the left arm.
That clonks off my shield and my protection and my armor.
All right, so I want to get you guys rush in, but it's much more of a meat grinder for you all.
Yeah.
Right? You managed to force, you have a bloody fight of 15 of your guys against 10 zombies. You take down the 10 zombies. 5 of your followers, though, go down in the fight.
Dead or injured?
I'm going to tell you right now, we'll just handle this out. This is the danger of letting the GM abstract it all.
Okay.
Jeff, I feel it's worth telling you now. If you hurt Wahatal, I'm getting on the first flight to Berlin.
That might be a while, though. That might be a while.
Oh, it'll be a long simmering revenge.
Yes.
I'll have time to plan it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Wahatal. We got Orgarl. I need to write these down right now. We got,
Jofar.
actually, I've got them all right here. 1, 2, 3, 4,
And you have rune
5,
healing
6,
down there
7,
too, so
8.
there's a chance to heal him.
There's a chance.
There is.
A chance. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Gina, Orgarl goes down in the fight.
I heal him. And me.
Okay, we're going to have to deal with this in a second. Okay. Orgarl.
You did this deliberately.
No, I didn't. I
charged.
just went.
Yeah.
Filchar.
Oh no.
Filchar.
He can heal himself though.
I have to grab a pen.
Symbol.
Oh, come on! Don't kill off all of my guys. They might
They
not
may,
be.
be,
The most
they may not be
honest-
dead. They might just be hurt.
Yeah.
A
Okay.
chance to heal him.
And Joshvar. Okay, for each one of these, I'm gonna roll a magic 1d6. 1 to 2, dead. 2 to 3, I pick a location that's maimed. 5 to 6, they're just down in combat because they've gone down to 2 hit points. Okay?
Okay.
Orgarl, what did I say? 1, 2 dead? 3,
Yes.
4, something's maimed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Orgarl, you went down to the combat because your left leg got maimed.
I have a heal.
Okay, well, just deal with that here. Maimed, we just want to write this down. Maimed left leg. Okay, Filchar. Filchar, you went down to 1 hit point.
Okay.
Just general
Yeah.
unpleasantness. Symbol. I'm sorry, Symbol.
Oh, come on.
Symbol is dead.
Oh, that's too bad.
Joshvar. Come on. Total loyalty to you, Inkala.
Yes.
Total loyalty.
If he
should
dies,
be
it's
dead.
on
He
me.
should be dead. I mean,
I rolled a 2. Joshvar also goes down. The White Bull, totally loyal member of your group, goes down and is also dead.
What?
Yeah. You could fought 10 zombies. This is the danger of abstracting here. We could have spent an
Jeff,
hour
next
on
time
this.
we're going to say no on all
Yeah.
abstraction. We'll do it round by round.
Ever.
Yeah.
Please
No,
not.
I have to. What?
Please not.
Well, the danger about doing it round by round
Can
is
we spend room points to try and save them at the
you
point?
can spend if anybody has a heal body, that can save one of the dead people.
Okay, let's see
Heal
what we got.
body. Who
It's
has
a
Not even heal
3-point
wound?
spell. Or heal wound, but I'm going to require, if it's heal wound, I'm going to require you back it up with at least 8 magic points.
Yeah.
I actually I owe Jofar to try to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So knock off a rune point in Kala and knock off 8 magic points.
Yes. Darn it.
We should probably do the same for the other guy too,
For
if we can. We don't want anyone to die.
Let him die.
or Garl, how about you? You need to do, Claudia, you also need to do 8 to be able to keep his leg from being maimed.
Yeah, I have a heal.
She doesn't
A
have
heal
rune
wound. Do you have any
heal.
rune points left?
I do not need a rune. A moment. He's not dying. It's only his leg.
Yes.
So it's a different thing. So
So you're willing to let him have a maimed leg?
No, I can put my heal spell in with a lot of points.
No.
Why do I have to have a rune point for it when the others are dying? To keep them alive, and Ogre is actually only have a hurt leg like I have.
Do you have any rune points left?
No, of course not.
So you're going to require the regular heal spirit magic spell. How good of a
Yes.
heal spirit magic spell do you have?
I have a heal 1, and I can pump in.
No, you can recast it a bunch
No,
of
actually,
times.
yeah, I have.
We also
absolutely, I
have
heal
a
wound,
few
but I
other
have no
people.
rune point.
Yeah, we
Heal
have
wound
a
is
few.
wait a second. Heal wound is a rune point, a rune spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. We also have people down there with heal wound who have rune points.
Yeah.
Right.
From followers.
The other side, he does not need the leg.
I only can cone one leg.
Yeah.
No.
So if you want to do it, you can ask them. I mean, I'm assuming that none of us at the top have enough time. We'd have to go
No,
down to do
none
it,
of you
so we
guys on
can't
the
do
top are going to be able to deal with that.
that. That's fine.
I can patch it up.
All right. Is anybody down below? Are you going to ask anybody to help out poor Filchar and Symbol? Symbol is dead unless somebody is willing to cast a big heal wound spell. Keep in mind, Symbol's only friend in the group is Filchar.
Yeah, and he doesn't have it.
And he's unconscious.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's
I
fine.
think
I will put makes the right
Yeah,
right.
Symbol is probably dead.
Yeah, I also look at it. The person who's got the most magic is Nesteria's head taker. She's probably not going to do it for them. If she would do
Nope.
it for probably a Humakti or an Orlanthi or her brother, but not for them.
so. Poor Symbol is dead.
That's fine.
Yeah, well,
Joshvar is alive, but it took a lot of your magic, didn't it, Inkala?
Yeah. I'm happy I have some magic crystal and stuff because this is it's not good.
All right. But Joshvar is alive. Filchar is at 1 hit point. People will heal him back to consciousness.
yeah. And he can also heal himself after that.
Well, he has to be conscious.
Yeah, I mean, after he's conscious.
And Orgarl is maimed in his left leg.
Whatever. He can still fulfill his duties.
So,
Wow.
Yeah, as opposed to other people who can't anymore.
Don't express too much sympathy.
the point is,
These
This
are devil
is-
scars. He can be proud of them.
this is the situation where you guys have taken control of the ground, the ground entry, which I'll describe later there, and you've taken control of the roof. But what condition do you guys consider your group to be in right now?
I have actually -2 in my leg.
Ah, you
Very
probably
good.
need to heal yourself as well.
Yes.
And what is more, the clever guy seems to be missing from the dead zombies. If I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. So there must be more somewhere here.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Well,
think we're pretty beat up.
I can tell you what's happening. I can tell you guys what's happening below. I just can't tell them anything. Just to give you guys context, I can hear what they're saying, but I can't.
Ah.
So it sounds like that. You know, we can also call over and stuff like that. If we want, we can basically take the loot from what we have here and take it back, and then go and attack again, because most people have already used up most of their power.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And then,
I mean-
how the big question is, how fast do they infect new zombies, and how fast can we kill
And who
them?
else takes advantage? We can keep going. I'm pretty confident.
How many room points do you guys got left?
I have 3 left, which I'm, saving for the boss.
I'm out.
2.
That's our problem.
Out.
Is room points.
Mind you, I've still put quite a few magic points into True Sword, so it can last a while. But if we press on, but if we take an extended break now,
It goes away.
But then we start all over again.
So I think this is a good stopping point here, because you guys have a gut check that you need to make, which is, do you guys relink together and where? Because you've got in between the roof and here, you've got another floor in between.
Okay.
And then you've got whatever is on this ground floor,
Okay.
which I have to describe to it. I think this is a good, what do you guys agree?
Yep.
Is this a good stopping point here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And this is one of the things is I find, and this is just a limitation of the online, and maybe this is why something like Roll20 or whatever might be good for combat heavy sessions, is that without a map, it's in many ways easier for me to abstract these things. And the abstraction is just basically me trying to get a gut feel for how many criticals and specials one side or the other is having. So,
Well, I mean, story-wise, it makes sense, because your top warriors were upstairs.
yep.
And they were basically did a lot better job of carving through. They're not actually hurt. But that's because
you're down 4 people. Even though Josh Farr is not dead, he's still pretty badly banged up. Simbal is dead. Filchar is badly banged up. Orgaro is maimed. That's 4 of your. So you're down to 9 people downstairs, and you've got 3 upstairs.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty.
So this is a good place to think through. Think through and move forward about whether you guys want to pursue things further or beat another retreat and offer more to the gods. But I'll let you guys decide that in the next session, because it's already just about midnight. So I think this is a good place to wrap up. I want to thank everybody for watching this. I want to thank all the you players for having a great session, and tune in next week.
Thank you.